about, yo, don't do this and this with the girl, treat women like this. He was really like a teacher. He was really an educator, right? He was like a hood spokesperson, right? So, anyway, but at that point I wasn't really like, I would train a little bit with them, but Quick has a really drill sergeant mentality when it comes to training. I wasn't ready for that. I was still drinking, I was smoking weed, I was still in the world like that. And you know, he was like, no, before y'all start breaking, we need to do calisthenics and blah blah blah. And I was just not, I didn't want to do that. I wasn't disciplined in my thought process. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that, you know. So I really didn't get, I was writing graffiti, I was really getting into that. I actually got my name Asia, which is not my birth name, through a guy named Voice in Denver, another cat that was hanging out at my shop. And he was like, yo, I was trying to figure out something to write because I was like, man, I can't, everything I'm coming up with is too long, it sounds corny. And he was like, you know what, you should write. I said, what? He said, Asia. I said, and he goes, because Donnie used to write that sometime, and Donnie's the greatest writer to ever live. And I was like, whoa. So I started looking, you know, like kind of studying Donnie and stuff, and I was like, word, I'm gonna write Asia one. That's gonna be who I am. And so it just became me, you know. It's like I reinvented myself, literally. Like I was just this mixed girl from Denver, really didn't know who I was, coming from the 70s, you know, out of mixed racial background. You know.
What background is that?
So my dad is from China, and he came to this country, and he was already a little bit older when he came. And, you know, and my mom's from Iowa, and she was like a farm, raised in a small farm town. And they met. He was actually her professor and in college. So they met, and me and my brother are the product of that, you know.
Okay.
So it was interesting growing up, the way we grew up. You know, I wouldn't trade it for anything, but you know, it was the 70s. It was just kind of what life was, 70s and 80s. So then I decided to jam out, and I realized like I couldn't maybe learn anymore in Denver. I needed to go. And there was at that point in time, I decided to move to San Diego because they had a really dope underground hip-hop scene there. And they had some really talented people, graffiti writers, b-boys, b-girls, DJs, everything. And I was like, they used to have this little conference there called the 432F show. And I used to go, and I used to buy clothes. It was like a trade show, but it was only for underground hip-hop artists. So I used to go, and that's when really hip-hop streetwear came out. That was the birth of like when I had my shop and during that time. So really what writers did was they took the messages from the trains, and then after, you know, they were putting them in walls, doing big productions, right? And then they were like, yo, let's put our messages on fashion, on clothing.
Oh, I like that.
Messages like that. So you have people like Futura, you had people like West from FC, you had people, really well-known graffiti artists creating lines of clothing, you know, PNB Nation.
I remember
PFS,
PNB Nation.
And on the West Coast, you had the same thing happening, you know.
Yeah.
You had Hex and what he was doing.
Fat Cap too.
Yeah, you had Fat Cap. You had, you know, so it was really exciting. It was dope. I mean, we take a lot of this for granted. No, there was no hip hop streetwear before that. Period. That was the birth of hip hop streetwear. That was what Mark Echo used to set up at that trade show with the little 10 by 10 table with 12 T-shirts that later on became Echo Unlimited. You know what I mean? So it was just it was real. It was just like very grassroots back then. You know, Rocksteady would always be there. Native Tongue would be there, and it was just a big, like just hub of hip hop. You know, everybody exchanging ideas and thoughts and art, and you know, it was exciting. Hip hop was a really exciting Renaissance time at that point. This is, you know, this is coming out of the golden era in the 90s hip hop, right? So it's like it was really cool. And we were just about it. You know, hip hop was political, it was social, it was skills, it was knowledge, it was like everything, all the good things all together in one, right? So you know, my mission was just to get as good as I could get. So when I moved to the West Coast, I just started training, and it was cool because I actually was like training with Air Force, we used to train in El Monte in this warehouse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and with this guy named Julian who had this line called Street Smart.
Street
And
smart, yeah.
yeah, he had this line called Street Smart, and that's where he kept all his stuff, and he used to let us practice. So we used to practice there, and then I used to also practice with West Coast Rocksteady, more in Orange County. So you know,
Can I ask a
Easy,
question real?
Yoski, and all
Oh
that.
yeah, that's what I wanted
Yeah.
to know. Who was from Orange County that was Rocksteady?
So it was Easy, it was Yoski, it was Iceman, and then later on Stretch and Movin'. It was Repmatic. It was Rec, a b-boy named Rec. Who else am I missing?
You know what, Asia? At one point in time, when I spoke to Easy Rock on a prior interview to this, he said like everybody got in Rocksteady. He said at one point in time, he said like Caesar and them was involved with Rocksteady crew.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know that much about that history because I was before I got out here. But
Okay.
but there was a time through Zulu Gremlin that Crazy Legs, you know, basically started a chapter.
And there was a
in
Frisco
LA.
chapter too.
Yeah, and exactly. Yeah, you had like the Knuckle Neck Tribe was down, and a lot of people.
P
down
Kid,
there.
Corral,
All the Rocksteady DJs. I mean,
FM2Os, Q-Birds.
Apollo, Mixmaster Mike. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, there was a lot of people down. Yeah, I mean, it was big. So yeah, that was before I got out here. But
Okay.
I moved to San Diego January 4th, 1994. I remember the day because me and one of my best friends from Denver, we packed up a U-Haul and we drove from Denver, and that's where I'll never forget. It was January 4th, 1994. So then, you know, as soon as I got out there, I got a job working at a homeless teen shelter really close to where I live. So I was doing a lot of activism work. We had started a Zulu Nation chapter there called the SD Zulu Ones, and we were actually the first chapter to ever have a Zulu youth component.
You know
We
what?
we had like about, you know, our chapter was deep. We had about.
I remember
50
the San
people in our
Diego chapter.
It was we were doing great work. We were doing a lot of food feedings and barbecues in the park, and you know, raising money and you know, helping homeless and really bringing awareness to, you know, a lot of social issues at that point. We were always fundraising to throw events. Always throw our own events, and we used to, you know, we were trying to politic with the LA chapter, but the LA chapter was this renegade chapter. They were the Rhyme Syndicate chapter, and they were
Yeah.
that was controlled by Africa Islam, and Ice-T and all them were down. And it was a really different type of chapter. Prince Whip, Donald D. It was a lot of hip hop legendary figures, but it was a lot of like not so good activities happening. Let's just put it like that.
Okay.
So we weren't really able to ever really mesh. Like we were learning a lot. Myself and J Love, me, J Love, and this dude named Fizz from Brooklyn. We started the SD Zulu One chapter, and we would go and we would learn a lot from African Islam. Like we would go and hang with African Islam a lot.
Was that like 95?
Yeah, that was like, you know, 94, 95 era, and so we were studying and learning. So that was kind of, you know, that whole time. And for me, like with breaking, you know, I didn't really start breaking hard, like really training till 95. Like I moved there in 94, but I was in 94 I was kind of just getting my bearings straight. Like I remember we were really setting up shop with Zulu. You know, I was doing work as an activist. I also worked at a teen recovery center for kids that were on drugs. And you know, I was just, but in 95, I really started training. Like that's when I started being like, yo, I gotta do this. And then it wasn't, you know, I think I kind of, when I started getting good was more like when I moved to Orange County,
Mhm.
because me and Easy, after we couldn't do the summit anymore in San Diego, because of San Diego made us sign a paper saying we never do it there again.
Mhm.
The city did. So we moved in '97 to Orange County, and we were trying to move to LA, but it was kind of hard back then trying to find a